One thing we hear across finance, GTM, and RevOps teams is, I want my CRM to be the single source of truth for all my revenue and contract data, but the reality is AEs sign a deal and either forget to enter the information completely, or they fat finger a field in the CRM, and you spend all your time reconciling contracts to what's actually in the CRM to get that single source of truth. So at LedgerUp, what we want to do is actually have our contract data or your contract data directly on contract signature sync into your CRM so it's always up to date. So how do we do that? What we do is we actually map all of your different fields and opportunities in our system to your contract data directly. So here's an example here of a few Salesforce opportunities: amount, contract start date, and contract end date. So as soon as a contract is signed, we'll automatically sync these fields directly into that Salesforce opportunity. So here's an example. If we go to add a field, we could do this for HubSpot, ADIO, or Salesforce. We have different fields like amount, campaign ID, contract start date, created by, etc. All of these things can then sync directly into that opportunity on contract signature. So here's an example of the Dunder Mifflin contract, 12-month contract starting on February 13th, ending February 12th for $78,000. But if we jump into the actual Salesforce opportunity, we can see here the AE actually quoted it or signed it for $790,000. And there's no contract start date or contract end date. So a common example of forgetting to enter information and fat fingering a number. So what actually happens with LedgerUp? As soon as we actually sign this contract, like I said, we'll push that information in. So to run a test of this, what we can do is run a mapping. What this will do is it will actually extract all of these fields out of that contract and then push it directly into that CRM and update what's in place. So let's run this example here. And we can see we now just triggered this CRM mapping. And if we give it a few seconds, we can actually jump into this execution history tab, and it will show the exact contract parsing that happened, what was mapped to the CRM, and then we can actually jump back into the CRM to see those numbers updated. So if we refresh the page and jump into execution history, we'll see it there. So we can jump now into execution history, and we can see this is currently running, and we'll give it a few seconds. This will then immediately become success, and we can go back and see what was mapped. So you can see it now just finished. We have a success. We could see it mapped to 78,000, and then February 12th, 2027 and February 13th, 2026 as the two fields. So then we can jump into the actual opportunity again, refresh the page. And there it is. We now have the correct amount, and we also have the contract start date and contract end date filled out. So if you're a RevOps, finance, or GTM team that's looking to always have your contract and revenue data synced to your CRM and always be your single source of truth, would love to talk and show you how LedgerUp can solve it.